Welcome to the first exercise of this series, blending Chinese Qigong and Indian Raja Yoga. Before we start the first exercise, I invite you to connect and to invoke the great energy that is moving the cosmos, that is moving us, that is moving everything on this planet and in between us, which has been named Shi, which has been named Prana, which has been named different names in different traditions. And to invoke that energy and open our hearts, open our mind, open our system so that we can receive it and it can nourish us, nourish our cells, our bodies, but also our energy, our emotions, our mind, our consciousness, and our very spirit. I invite you to invoke the great light, the light of life, the light of consciousness, the light of love, to bless us with energy, to bless us with health, with clarity, with power, with joy, and to nourish us. The life that animates us originates from above. It is an energy that comes from the subtle dimension of life and that enters our physical structure and our energy structure through the top of our head and then flows down along a central axis of energy, a central channel of energy, and hits the bottom, then separates into two. One part is going down into the legs and into the earth, and another part is raising up to activate, to nourish, to empower the centers, the different centers of energy and of intelligence inside us, the solar plexus, the seat of personality, the womb, the seat of creativity, the womb of creation, the seat of personality, the seat of love, the seat of creation through words, and the seat of clarity, insight, and command of the third eye. As we go through the series, you are going to go through three types of exercise. The first one is warming up our system so that we release the energy that animates us. The second ones are exercise to flow the energy, to activate it, to make it flow into the whole system and to spread it relatively heavenly into the different parts of our energy system. And the third parts are exercises that are designed to help us store energy. Because we are like batteries, we spend energy, we use energy as we go through life, but we can also store it. And very few people understand this. They know how to spend, but they don't understand, they do not know that we can store energy inside ourselves, we can store the life force, we can store the energy of love, and we can store the energy of the brain, the energy of consciousness, the energy of insight, of seeing. So let's start with a very simple warm-up, which consists of rolling all the joints of the body. Our energy system is like a flow, it's like a river, and the energy needs to flow in the entire body. And every discomfort, every sickness, every mental or emotional imbalance is actually the expression, the manifestation of a block of energy somewhere in the body. Energy is like water. When it blocks, it finds another way, it goes around those blocks, but it creates imbalances. On one side, if there is a block, this part is depleted, and then if the energy moves to another direction, which is not the design direction, then it's going to flood somewhere else. So with every block of energy inside the system, we end up with an imbalance where a part of ourselves is disempowered and weak, and another part is overactivated and becomes too hot, too active. Now, inside the human system, everywhere we have a joint, we have a potential for a block of energy. So the first warm-up I want us to do together is to roll all our joints, because as we roll the joints, we release the joint, we relax the joint, we lubricate the joints, because when we move our joints, there is a chemistry happening inside that acts as a lubricant of the joints and the two bones working together. So we will start with the ankles and the wrists. And I invite you to move your ankles and wrists in nice round circles. Slowly, consciously, round circles of the ankles and the wrists. And if you wish, you can grab, like we've learned in the previous session, grab, open, grab, open, grab, open, open, and grab, open, and grab, which activates further the flow of energy along the arms. So we do that with the right ankle and the two wrists, and then we do that with the left ankle and the two wrists. So nice rounds. The principle of energy and is that you stretch without tension, but you stay on the edge of tension just before it gets tense. And you move the ankles and the wrists together. Good. Now, let's keep the feet quiet for a little while. Carry on that movement where you grab and open, and I invite you now to put a little bit of strength. Grab, tense, open, relax. Grab, tense, open, relax. Grab, tense, open, relax. And now start involving the elbows and the shoulders. And now your move is involving all the fingers, of course, all the joints of the fingers. It's involving the wrists, and it's moving those joints in all possible directions, and start to involve the elbows and the shoulders. And raise until you come to horizontal. Good. Now the next move is, I invite you to grab energy and pull it back. 1, 2, and you relax the spine. You let your spine very loose, very relaxed. The lower back is relaxed, and pull. And the position of your hands is gather and grab. Gather, grab and pull. Spine is relaxed, lower back is relaxed, your feet are flat on the ground, and gather, pull and grab. Good. Good. Good, and now roll. So now you do that roll from the finger again, and we are same, open, grab, open and grab. But now we are moving the entire arm up to the shoulders here. Right? And I invite you to really amplify the movements of the shoulder and go to the end of the movement. Oh. Good. Now we do like this. So we start here and follow an imaginary line, an horizontal line that is spreading from your shoulders into infinity on each side, and bring it back along the same line, as if you were pulling a rope. Off. Good. So, and you tense. Let's do again. Follow an imaginary rope or line. Grab, open, grab, open, grab, open. Breathe in. Push. extend your energy mentally and come back. Grab like you're pulling a rope. Good. And come back here, clench your fist, tighten your arms muscle, and relax. Next one. Follow the imaginary line, open, grab, open, grab. Move all the joints from the shoulders to the fingers, push, and come back. Grab, pull that rope, pull it hard, and hold. Tighten the fist, tighten those muscles till they get warm. Good, one more. Along the rope, grab and open, grab and open, grab and open, and come back and push. And come back to the center. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tight. Very good. Good. Rub your hands a little bit. Wash your face a little bit. Good. Now we are coming to the knees. So here you are going to roll your knees. So your feet are more or less the size of your waist apart, not too much, and not like this, but somewhere like this, okay? And they are parallel. You gently let them bend slightly, very, very relaxed, like the shock absorbers of a car or a bike. We are going to come back on that in a few minutes in the next exercise. And you gently roll your knees. But be careful that the knees don't come too much at the front, okay? You go for little rolls to begin with, to warm up the joints. The knees are very, very sensitive joints, and we work a lot on them because they are constantly supporting us. They take all the shocks. I mean, we don't jump that much, but still. So you roll those knees, first on the right. Good. Very, very gently. Again, at the edge of tension. You gently stretch just enough to create a release of energy, but not too much so that it doesn't get into a tension. Good. And then when you've done a few rounds on the right, let's move in a different direction, and each knee is open on the side. You keep your shoulders very relaxed, and you do those rounds on the outside, openings, very gently. Good. And as you see now, as you do the round, you sink a little bit. So you also work the up and down of those joints, rolling them and up and down. Good. Wonderful. Good. Good. Come back. Stand straight. Your knees are soft, feet parallel, and now the waist. So gently roll your waist. Imagine that you're a pendulum, actually. At the top of your head there's a rope, and that rope is held somewhere up above, and here is the ball of the pendulum. And I don't know if you've seen a pendulum moving, but you hold it in your hands and it spins, right? You don't need to do anything. The pendulum moves of its own. So I would like you to become a pendulum for a little while. And just to allow yourself to spin in very relaxed, very gentle, very harmonious circles, the waist. Without effort. Just push slightly. Again at the edge of stretch, just before tension. Very relaxed. And as you probably start to feel, as you allow your waist and your lower belly to move as a pendulum, then your head also starts to move. And now we have two circles. The waist does one circle, and your head does one circle, and the center of stability is the solar plexus. So go with that for a while. Very relaxed, very relaxed, very relaxed. And when your waist goes back, your head goes front. When your waist goes back, the front, your head goes back. And they work in opposites. Like two cones, opposite cones. Good. Relax the spine, release the spine. Release your spine completely. Totally relaxed. Totally relaxed. And as you are doing this, your waist and your head spinning in opposite moves, I invite you to pay attention that every bone of your spine, every vertebrae is opening. The vertebrae are like this. As you do that exercise, allow them to open. Right? And as you open each vertebrae, and really go slow, go consciously, I mean slow or fast, but consciously. Be aware of it as you do that every single of your 33 vertebrae is opening. And when the joint is opening, there's an energy that's released, like a little light. Visualize that. Visualize that. Good. And enjoy that move. It's a very pleasant move. Like all of the Qigong exercise. They're very pleasant. Good. And come back to stillness. Allow the pendulum to come back to rest. Good. And now we are going to do the next part of the warm-up, which is Naga spine. I will invite you to allow your spine to move like a snake. Start with the waist and unfold the spine from the lower part up, down, up, like a snake rising and coming down, raising, coming down. Keep your spine totally relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out. Shoulders relaxed, knees relaxed. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Come back to stability and raise your arms and catch a little ball, an imaginary little ball sitting here. Catch it. You see it? I'm holding it in between my hands. Right. And as you hold that little ball, start to gently spin around that ball. Keep your knees soft, your spine is completely loose, your lower back is relaxed, and spin around that ball. And really keep it in your imagination that you are holding a ball between your two hands and you are caressing that ball, you're spinning around it. Good. And as you do that, sense the movement of your spine. Now your vertebrae are moving also on the right and on the left. And now you're increasing the twist. You're opening new dimensions of space. Good. And now visualize that little ball as the planet Earth. And the space around you is a big cosmos. And that little planet Earth is spinning into the cosmos. Up, right, down, left, up, along an orbit. And this orbit is revolving around your solar plexus. And go into that feeling that you are the cosmos and you are moving that little blue planet in an infinity of space around the solar plexus, the center of your system, the great sun. And that little planet is spinning freely into space and increase that orbit. Make her move wider, wider, until you do a full spin from the top to the side and stretch, down, roll it, side, up, down, full, good. And keep very relaxed. Stretch as much as you can without forcing, without tension, without overstretching. Remain comfortable, but stretch a little bit. Good. And bring the little planet where it started, on top of your head. And keep it slowing down. And hold it still above you. Good. Take one breath and come down. And bring your two hands in front of the lower abdomen. Men put their left hand first and the right hand on top, and women do the opposite. And hold. This position is a lock, which means that you are storing whatever energy has been activated and released. You're storing it inside your system. And be there for a few moments. Allow yourself to relax, allow your energy to settle. Your spine is relaxed, your lower back is relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. And give yourself a smile. Good. Raise and close with a namaste.